Okay, what's going on, everyone? And yeah, it's been a real long time since I've put up a proper pickups video. I suppose the last one I put up was back in like July of 2013 with the PSP system and games that I had picked up back then. And yeah, over the past 14-15 months, I have picked up quite a few different games on various consoles: NES, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, some 360, PS3, a lot of Wii U stuff, and quite a few different PC Engine games as well. But yeah, I thought about doing kind of like a pickups backlog, I don't know, just belated type of pickups video of all the different things I picked up over the past year. But yeah, it's so old at this point, I decided not to do it. And yeah, today just going to do a more current pickups video of different things I've gotten over the past couple of weeks or so. And here they are right now. And first of all, I have to focus on this item right here because I just thought this thing was just so cool. And it's a 20-inch tall Super Mario figure, the World of Nintendo. And if you head down to your local GameStop right now, I suppose the chances are pretty good that they're going to have these in. They've been getting these figures, statues, whatever you want to refer to them as, over the past several months or so. Yeah, I went down to mine the other day and just saw this thing there, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. I've never seen one quite this large here to kind of purchase in a store. Kind of reminds me of the old I don't know, like the really large 4-foot tall statues that you would see back at like Babbage's in the 90s or Media Play, different retail stores like that. And if you just check this thing out, it's really super detailed, a really finely crafted statue. And I just thought this thing was awesome. And they had one lying around, and they were like, yeah, nobody has picked this up yet, no one's purchased it. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna pick this up right now. This thing's awesome. So yeah, was really totally thrilled to kind of stumble upon this. I didn't know that these were being produced, and didn't know that GameStop of all places was carrying them. So just a really awesome find. So if you're interested in picking one of these up, yeah, your local GameStop might have a few of them. But yeah, I'll have to display this down here or in the office games room, not really sure yet, but yeah, just totally thrilled to have picked this up. Now let's see what else, got a few things down here. Yeah, here's one I've been meaning to pick up for a real long time. This is Gekirendan for the Sega Saturn. Really awesome vertically scrolling shoot 'em up by Taito. And yeah, I suppose the Saturn port is not, it's not exactly arcade perfect, which is kind of surprising. I do know of a couple of YouTubers out there who I believe have the Taito F3 board. I know Luke Morse 1 has this game. He put up a video on it a couple of years back, I think, so definitely check that one out. And another guy, On to Fly, I believe he has this one too. So I guess you guys could probably comment on, I don't know if you guys have played the Saturn port, but if you've seen videos of it, I guess those two would be really good references to kind of gauge exactly how perfect or not perfect the arcade port is. I know there are like certain effects of the kind of space station that's kind of scrolling through in the first level, and I believe it's kind of downgraded graphically for the Saturn port in comparison to the Taito F3 board, but I don't know, from what I've seen of it, it looks really sharp. One thing I'm kind of disappointed with this one, and yeah, Luke and On to Fly, I'll have to go back and watch both of the videos you guys put up of this game to see what the demo intro is like for the Taito F3 arcade boards. But yeah, for the Saturn port of it, all it does is kind of display the little intro movie for the demo intro, and doesn't actually show you any gameplay. It'll just go back to the kind of little FMV demo intro, which I thought was kind of disappointing. But yeah, other than that, just a really great shoot 'em up, and a really decent port on the Saturn, so definitely happy to have picked up that one. And yeah, over here, back when I guess last week when I picked up this Mario figure, also, you know, I hadn't picked up a Kai Katana, horizontally scrolling cave shoot 'em up. Yeah, kind of really late on picking this one up, and so I decided I would get it. I saw it really cheap used, as you can see, for $8.99. I played it a little bit, and I really enjoy it. I think it's great. I mean, you can't expect anything less from Cave. Just fantastic stuff as always. Just really beautiful shmups, all the shoot 'em ups they create. This one is definitely no different, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. And unfortunately, as you can see right here, the tossers at GameStop, like they always do, it just vexes me to no end when they put these just really difficult to remove stickers in the corner of the case. There's really no way to take this one off. Just completely scar and tarnish the case. So, you know what, actually, yeah, that's kind of really bothering me, in fact, and I think we should do something about that right now. Okay, there we go. So much better. Yeah, correcting the mistakes that GameStop and their infinite wisdom seem to always make. But, yeah, sorry about that NBA 2K9, but, yeah, the great games in the collection have to take precedence over the absolute crap ones. Yeah, back to the pickups. Yeah, here's a really great shoot 'em up for the PS3, and this one is Mamoru-kun wa norowarete shimatta. And just an absolutely fantastic shooter. Very similar to, actually, something like, well, I've got it running up here. It's on Metal Slug X right now, but Ninja Combat or Kiki Kai Kai. Sort of like a cross between run and gun and shoot 'em up. You know, I would typically kind of classify this one as more of a shoot 'em up myself, just the way it plays. But you're not in a spaceship; you're running around on foot. And yeah, this one was originally a Sega Naomi arcade board cartridge, rather, back in I believe 2009, and then in 2011 it received a port to the Xbox 360. And a little bit later to the PS3. Kind of strange, you know, the Xbox 360 is just such a fabulous system for shmups, and the PS3 really kind of sucks in that regard. So yeah, so being that I don't really have any, or I didn't rather have any shoot 'em ups for the PS3, figured I would pick this one up on the PS3 instead of the 360. And well, I mean, I absolutely love this game. Perhaps if you haven't heard of it, definitely give it a look. I picked up the kind of best hits version of it. Definitely it's much cheaper to go this route, and it doesn't really bother me or anything. The case still looks really awesome, and yeah, just a really fantastic game to have in your collection. Definitely one that I wholeheartedly recommend. Yeah, it might be like my favorite game that I picked up in this whole lot of shmups here. I don't know, that's kind of tough to say looking at this one, but it's a really fantastic game, and one that I recommend, and you won't go wrong with it if you do end up picking it up. Let's see, some PC Engine games. Here's one by Nichibutsu, and this one is it's Formation Armed F. Really cool one. I hadn't actually heard of this one. Was actually looking to pick up this title, and the same seller had it, and they were both really cheap and in superb mint condition. So yeah, I thought I would pick it up. Always looking to add new PC Engine games to the collection these days, and I think that's kind of one of the main systems I'm gonna focus on right now in terms of getting games for. But yeah, this is a really cool game. I enjoy it a lot. Obviously a port of a arcade board, and I haven't played that arcade PCB, so I don't know exactly how it stacks up in terms of comparing it to the original, but yeah, for the PC Engine, I mean, it's just fabulous graphically. And I actually had looked up a couple of videos on the arcade board just to kind of give it a eye test compared to that, and in terms of graphics and sound, like I said, never played the original PCB, but it's always quite amazing what the PC Engine can do, and this is a fantastic port, and shoot 'em up that I really like. If you haven't checked it out, definitely would be a cool one to do so with. And over here, man, just a game that way before, many years before I had the PC Engine that K2 so graciously hooked me up with. This is one that I really wanted to pick up, and one of the main reasons I was excited to get a PC Engine. And this one is Mistaheri no Daiboken. Just an absolutely fantastic horizontal shoot 'em up by Irem Corp. As far as the original arcade PCB is concerned, I believe the hardware that it was produced on is somewhat faulty, and yeah, many people who owned that original PCB over the years have had some issues with it, and they're kind of dying out at a fairly rapid rate. So yeah, this is definitely a cool way to play the game. The port of it, probably, well, definitely the best port of it. I don't think it was ported to any other consoles, and just seen so many videos of it over the years. I believe the video that Luke Morse 1 put up many moons ago was the first time that I had a glimpse at this game, and back then I was just thinking, man, I really should have picked up a PC Engine while I was in Japan. You know, it wasn't a system that I knew a whole lot about back then. But yeah, just absolutely thrilled to have this. One of my favorite horizontal shoot 'em ups of all time, really. And like I said, I had just seen it in videos over the years and was just kind of dying to really give it a play. And now that I've actually been able to do so, man, I mean, it lives up to all the expectations and more. Just absolutely love this game. One thing I forgot to mention really quickly about this game that I especially enjoy is taking the PC Engine controllers and setting the turbo switches to the maximum possible level. So it's just madness. You've got your regular forward shot going off, your upward directional shot going off like crazy as well, and then when the helicopter kind of briefly lands on the ground, it just spews out bombs like no tomorrow. So yeah, just absolutely an all-out assault, just a barrage of ammunition flying out at the enemies. I just love it. And yeah, I mean, with a lot of games that, you know, perhaps you've been eyeing over the years and weren't able to pick them up due to the fact that maybe you didn't own the system they were out on, or, you know, just never got around to picking them up. You know, sometimes you build up these sort of lofty expectations in your mind about how the game should be, and then when you actually get around to purchasing it and playing it, kind of fails to live up to those. And I can say that with this game, it's quite the contrary for me. It definitely lives up to all the kind of really high expectations I had for it, just kind of viewing videos and looking at screenshots of it over the years, and then some. So, yeah, if you own a PC Engine and you like shooters, I can't recommend this one highly enough. Love it. Haven't had it for that long, but it's already becoming one of my favorite horizontal shooters of all time. So, yeah, love this game. And the final game in the lot here before I get to a couple of other items is Twinkle Star Sprites on the Dreamcast. And yeah, if you're a Neo Geo fan, you're probably quite familiar with this title. Again, this is one that I've just wanted to play for years and years, and it's quite expensive on any console you find it for. It was ported to quite a few of them. You know, originally this was Neo Geo Arcade Cart, NVS Cart. Also released on the AES home console, the Neo Geo CD as well, and I believe it was also ported to the Japanese Saturn, the Dreamcast, which you're looking at right now, and the PlayStation 2 as well. And all the ports of it are pretty expensive, but on the Dreamcast, PS2, and Saturn, I guess maybe a little less pricey. Well, actually a lot less if you're going to compare it to like the MVS version, which is, wow. These days, you're not going to really be able to stumble across it at a decent price. And, wow, the AES version of the game, the home cart version, is just, I don't know, I'd call it beyond prohibitively expensive. It'll run you up in the thousands. And the MVS cart, you know, these days goes in the triple digits easily most times. So, yeah, a really good way to pick it up for a system other than the Neo Geo consoles would be the Dreamcast or the PS2. And it's still pretty expensive for those consoles, but a little bit less so. And it has some really good features for the Dreamcast. Like, for instance, in the option menu, you can change the language between Japanese and English, between the CD remix soundtrack as well as the original arcade soundtrack, like a Dreamcast mode, a Neo Geo mode, so all kinds of great stuff. Really love this game too. It's another one that I'd looked at for many years and had some pretty high expectations of it, and yeah, when you actually get around to finally playing it, man, it is just a whole lot of fun, especially the two-player mode. So can't recommend this one highly enough as well for the Neo Geo fans who maybe haven't played it yet. Dreamcast would be probably a good option, a little bit cheaper than the MVS version if you want to check it out that way. And another really cool thing about this port, I guess I should mention, is that when it was ported over to the Dreamcast, it retains its original resolution, so it will run on your Dreamcast at 320 by 240, 240p, just as the arcade cartridge would, which is really cool because, like most Dreamcast games, you know, they run in 480i, so when you play it on a CRT, you don't quite get that same kind of beautiful, crisp scanline effect. It's a little bit blurred. So you have to kind of take other measures to eliminate that. But with this one, yeah, there are only a handful of titles ported over to the Dreamcast that have that original 320 by 240 kind of resolution built into the port, and this is one of those games. So yeah, awesome one. Definitely, finally, really glad to have picked up Twinkle Star Sprites. And a couple more items to show you. Let's see here. This is really cool. Saw this at Barnes & Noble and was like, wow, what is this? I have not seen this one before. And it's a Capcom 30th Anniversary Character Encyclopedia. And as the name would imply, just a little encyclopedia, kind of a rundown, little character bios, images. Really cool. It shows what games they've appeared in and all kinds of great information about them, and absolutely love the artwork on the cover. Kind of zoom in, see if it doesn't blur. Love that Rockman shot. Yeah, this will make a really good kind of office or coffee table type of book to put up on the table, the desk. So really cool to have this one. And I might actually eventually do like a separate video on this, kind of, I guess, scrolling through the pages if anyone's interested in seeing like individual shots of all the characters in it. And finally, another kind of action figure over here, and absolutely love this one. It's, as you can see, Rocksteady from the Ninja Turtles, one of my favorite characters of all time. As you know, I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan. Love the comic back in the day, the TV show, and yeah, the original arcade beat 'em up, maybe my favorite game of all time. Love Turtles in Time as well. And I love the boxes for these. I'll do a video later on all the different pop action figures I've got, because I've got quite a few of them now. Yeah, and just a couple of really quick channel updates, I suppose. I apologize the past several weeks for not getting up a Shmup Saturday video. You know, I had said I was going to do one every weekend, but they're a little bit time consuming to put together. You've got to get all the consoles out, hook them up, and do gameplays on the 3 different games you're trying to showcase, and as well as getting some good shots. So they kind of take a little bit of time to do, but those will be coming still. I mean, I think I've got, I don't know, I haven't counted all the games in my collection for a couple of years, but it's well over 1,000, probably a lot more than that. I'd probably be surprised if I went and counted them right now, but yeah, probably 1/10 of the entire collection are various shooter games, so there's absolutely no shortage of games to do those videos on. But I don't know, I kind of noticed that perhaps people were getting slightly burnt out on trying to watch one every weekend. I kind of make them fairly lengthy as well, so I think I'm going to move that series of videos to a format where I do something like maybe 1 a month, maybe, I don't know, 2 a month. I don't know, it depends on what I guess people are interested in. I could even push it back to like 1 every couple of months. I'll just see how I feel about that, but yeah, I like doing that series, so I'm definitely going to continue to do it. Just got a couple of games I was playing. Classic Blues Journey, or Raggy. It looks really fantastic on the component modded AES. Just absolutely love the colors in this game. haven't done a video on this game either, so I might have to get around to doing that at some point. Tons of different Neo Geo games I haven't done vids on yet. Got some Final Fight 2 over on the Sony PVM on the Super Famicom. And over on the consoleized 2-slot MVS motherboard, got a Metal Slug X as well as Ninja Combat. And I don't know, also for the Shmup Saturday series, I was thinking I might kind of alter the name a bit, just call it like Shooter Saturday or something, something along those lines, and include run and guns as well, because you know, shmups, run and guns, they're all technically shooters. Now, Ninja Combat, that's an interesting one that I've got running right now, because it kind of falls, I suppose, in like a middle ground area between being a shmup and a run and gun. I suppose you could classify it as either, just depending on your viewpoint on it. And another game like, for instance, Taito's Kiki Kai Kai, kind of a similar game. I often see it being classified as shoot 'em up, but I mean, you could honestly call it a run and gun or a shmup, whatever. Like I said, they're all shooters, so I've got a ton of run and guns in my collection as well, so I think I'm going to start kind of filtering those into the series as well, just maybe change the name to like Shooter Saturday or something like that. Yeah, just a little, I guess, a few updates. Other than that, what else did I have to talk about? The Office Games Room, I put up a couple of update videos on that, and I've kind of changed things around in there like 5, 6, 7 times, something like that. Still kind of getting everything all situated the way I want it to be. Fairly recently, the past month or so, picked up a couple of other PC CRT monitors that I've put in there, moving them around from one spot to the next. I think I've got like 6, 7 monitors up there right now, and yeah, I've just been sort of moving them around, trying to get everything in the proper position to have it just exactly the way I would like it to be. So I think I will end up doing an update on that room really soon. I don't know, I think I'm up to about 290 videos or something like that, so maybe I'll do like a 300th video special. Maybe show that room, or if I put up an update video before then on that one, I might, I don't know, do something crazy like have everything running in here, maybe like have systems on all the different TVs in the various rooms throughout my house, and just kind of walk throughout everything, just show everything going full blast at once. I'm sure we'll get a lot of like power bill nightmare comments, but you know, if I were to do something like that, it would just be for like 10, 15, 20 minutes or so, not the end of the world in terms of that, I suppose. But yeah, I've rambled on quite enough, I suppose. You're probably tired of listening to this video at this point. Yeah, just a couple of pickups from the past couple of weeks or so, which I showed you, and a few channel updates as well. So yeah, thanks so much everyone for checking it out, and I'll talk to everyone really soon. So bye for now, take care.